Dance is an art form that goes far beyond choreography. It's a display of deep emotion, dedication, skill, and well-refined discipline. There are a number of elements in the physical arts that are often dismissed by an observer. The years of practice behind each jump, turn, or extension. It's the unspoken feats of commitment. The most professional dancers never stop practicing the simplicity in their movements to improve themselves. I've been dancing since the age of 5. Growing up in this environment, I developed patience through my time spent teaching at the studio, communication and cooperation alongside my peers as a dance group, as well as collaborative and creative thinking when producing choreography. Although dance is seen primarily as an art form, there is no doubt of the mathematical components behind each movement. The physics within dance is really quite extraordinary. The number of physical elements happening during a seamless turn on stage may astound you. Fouettes, meaning whipped in French. Fouettes are a turn in ballet that marvels a dancer's ability to whip around in perpetual motion without stopping. A turn embodying angular momentum, it allows the dancer to replenish or compensate for the lost momentum due to friction between her pointe shoe and the floor. There was a lot introduced there, so let's break it down. But before we do, what is a pointe shoe? A pointe shoe is a ballet shoe worn by trained dancers to give them the ability to dance on their toes. Pointe shoes were originally designed to make the dancer appear weightless, as if she was floating. Requiring immense strength and foot control, dancers on pointe must be highly skilled at centering their body mass over the point of contact with the floor. Having their body mass centered over the point of contact establishes balance in the y-axis, and you'll notice that professional dancers are able to keep their center of gravity constant by keeping their turning axis vertical. In this case, their plant leg, establishing more effective turns. To initiate the fouette, the dancer pushes on her foot, generating torque. Maintaining that turn is the tricky part. There are 2 ways dancers compensate for lost momentum to get multiple pirouettes in a sequence of fouettes. First, the working leg, being extended and whipped around, and the opposing arm are coordinated so that they close very quickly at the same time. A rapid transition from an extended position to a streamlined one, increasing angular momentum. The harder that opposing arm pulls in, the more possible it is to do multiple pirouettes, but it must be done in tandem with the working leg. Second, this is combined with a lifting rather than a dropping of the passe position in passe when the gesturing leg is at the knee in the turning position. Now, by pulling that passe higher, the length of the body that deviates from a strictly vertical position has decreased, increasing the speed of the turn. Differentiating between actions that dancers do to maintain momentum and moves that are just part of the choreography can be confusing. For example, an individual commented on a video of the famous ballet production Swan Lake, where, in the 3rd act, the Black Swan pulls off 32 seamless fouettes. This individual asked, what about when she switched which arm she had lifted above her head? Was this just for show, or did that have something to do with her movement? The answer to this is yes and no. It is a part of the choreography for the dancer to lift her arm above her head in elegance. However, it does not involve compensating for lost momentum. Now, that being said, dancers often use their arms as a means of manipulating their center of balance. The reason why these simple movements dancers carry out often go by unnoticed, or appear seamless, is partly the dancer's ability to do everything in tandem. But more specifically, with fouettes, the leg being spun around again and again never stops moving. By staying in motion, that leg is storing some of the momentum in the turn, and when the leg comes back in towards the body, that stored momentum gets transferred back to the dancer's body, propelling them around as they rise back onto point. This sequence of the leg extension and retraction is how momentum passes from leg to body, keeping the dancer in motion.